LJH crew, what's going on? Thank you for clicking on another edition of the Real LJH Productions. Seems like forever, right? I know. Just, sometimes life gets in the way and I didn't get to upload these videos as frankly as I wanted. But I'm going to try to make a good comeback here and get you guys on a roll. So, um, I want to address a couple things about Hollywood in general. And I came across a TikTok not too long ago where people were generally upset. Um, but you have to understand, we live in a world where, unfortunately, nothing's original. It's either a remake or a reboot or a continuation of something that doesn't need a continuation. And it's just how Hollywood is portraying right now. You have to look at it like everybody went on the superhero bandwagon. What was the next Marvel movie? What was it going to connect to? How many did I have to watch to understand this story, to understand this story, to understand this story? It's kind of similar. They're these studios are going back and looking at movies that made them a shitload of money, um, and they're going to the back catalogs and saying, do we re-release it as a big memory, or do we try something new in a reboot or a complete remake of this film and see where it can go? And that's my point. This is where Hollywood is right now, and just like any other phase, hopefully things will get original again. But a certain TikTok short caught my eye, and people were just bashing it and bashing it and bashing it. And I'm one of those people. If it's gonna benefit, give it a shot. Especially when a director doesn't have a lot of bad movies on his resume. So Rob Zombie, you know, um, singer slash songwriter slash movie director, is remaking a film that people are losing their minds over before it even hits, before it even gets off the ground. Now, personally, if this does fall into a rumor, I still want to talk about it because I think it needs to be addressed. Two, if it's not a rumor, I'm not all that opposed to him remaking this film. I mean, before we talk about what film it is, let's just go down the list of movies that Rob Zombie's done. And when you think about it, how many of them were disappointing? Halloween. His take on Halloween was fantastic. Gave you the story and the backstory of Michael Myers we didn't know we needed. Definitely my favorite Halloween movie. Then we got a little silly. Um, well, Halloween wasn't exactly his first one, but it's the first thing into mind. So anyway, we had Halloween, House of a Thousand Corpses, iconic. One of the, in my opinion, one of the best cinematic horror films ever made. The way he directed that film. Then we got the counter to House of Corpses, The Devil's Rejects. almost, almost, except for certain decisions she made in the film, it could almost be the perfect horror sequel. Then we did Three from Hell. Three from Hell was okay. Was it great? No, but it still wasn't terrible. Then he did Halloween, his version of Halloween 2, which I absolutely loved. Reason being, he did not want to do that movie. Studio said, hey, we want a sequel to Halloween. So Rob Zombie said, well, fine. I'm going to make it so we can't do another one. And Rob Zombie's Halloween Rob Zombie's Halloween ended geniusly. Just saying. Then we had Lords of Salem. Great movie. Great premise. Awesome film. Edge of your seat. Then we had 31, which was like a horror version of The Condemned. Am I crazy about 31? No. And if I'm being honest, other than the another movie I'll name, to me, this is actually one of Rob Zombie's worst films. Is 31. Then he tried his hands at animation. Not the greatest film, but still not bad. And that was The Secret Life of El Bisto, about a mass wrestler living in a horror world. Was it stupid? Yes. Was it a lot of fun? Yes. And then he went and did the dumbest film of all, which was The Munsters. Did not like that movie. So 31 and The Munsters are Rob Zombie's worst film, in my opinion. Moving forward, back to the TikTok short that I saw. It's being rumored and reported that Rob Zombie wants to redo the original Jaws. I'm not appalled. I'm not appalled to it, guys. And the reason being, think about the original Jaws and how it was originally supposed to go. You were supposed to see a lot more of that animatronic. You were supposed to have a lot more terror from the shark, and you were supposed to have a lot more suspense than we did. Don't get me wrong, the suspense and the horror in that movie is there. And not having the animatronic always working did make it more suspenseful. But think about what Rob Zombie could bring to that movie. We can get a brutal, dark version of Jaws we didn't know we needed. We can get a gory, bloody version of Jaws that we didn't know we needed. So why not give it a shot? I mean, if Steven Spielberg is willing to put his baby, and Jaws is one of his babies, in Rob Zombie's hands, who do we to judge? The most iconic director in history, one of the most iconic director in history, Steven Spielberg, is letting Rob Zombie do this if the rumors are true. So, which means Steven Spielberg sees something in Rob Zombie that could make the Jaws movies better. And again, it might be the fact that Universal is capitalizing on some of their category titles and how can they be redone. But we also might get the Jaws that we've been asking for. Because Jaws was always great, but it never could push that boundary. Every Jaws movie stayed PG to PG-13. You know Rob Zombie will not be aiming for a PG-13 movie. So what would a rated R Jaws look like? And I don't want to hear people say, oh, well, it could look like Meg, or it could look like Sharknado, or it could look. No. Rob Zombie's take on this is going to be genius. It's got a lot of potential if the rumors are true, and I'm excited for it. And I think we should give it a chance as opposed to bashing it before it even gets off the ground. But I want to hear from you guys. Are you that opposed to Rob Zombie making Jaws if Steven Spielberg is saying, hey, make me proud? Do you think, or do you think the opposite? Do you think Rob Zombie could make a really good Jaws film and give us the rated R Jaws we probably need? Leave comments down below. I want to hear from you guys. But with that being said, I am going to cut this video. This does end another video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I am back. And I just want to let you guys know I love you all. And I'm here to stay. Hit those notification bells so you know I post a video. Check out the TikTok at the Real LJ's Productions as well. I go on lives every now and then. Join me over there. We have some fun. Um, Give this video a massive thumbs up so you always know when I post a video. Massive thumbs up, notification bells, all that fun stuff. And remember, guys, 500 subscribers, Spider-Man 2 for the PS5. I want to give that copy away, and I'll do that live on a TikTok live on the other page or on YouTube live. We will figure it out. But with that being said, I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day. And as they say in the movies, cue the lights.